Hi everyone! First of all, this is our sketch for Shimelle Sketches ReImagined today. We are working with a sketch that is very minimal, only has 2 photos. We're going to be using these 2 photos and I'm actually going to flip them. So the square photo and the 4x6, I'm going to flip them and do them the other way than is shown on this sketch. And I'm going to be using my scrapbookingstore.com kit for September. The amazing Kathy McElfresh is joining me for today's video. So be sure to go ahead and check her out. She's the funnest person I know. She's so awesome. I have had the immense pleasure of meeting her in person and spending a few days with her, and she's just fabulous. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut down a whole bunch of strips of paper to put my photos on. Now, the photos that Shimelle used in her sketch are quite a bit smaller than mine. And that's okay. I'm just not going to have that middle journaling place between the 2 photos, but I don't really need it. And I'm just going to go ahead and start cutting down little strips of paper to kind of recreate all of the paper layers that go behind the photo and the main paper piece. So while I do that, I will apologize for this being late. If you are a parent schooling, whether your kids are virtual learning or remote learning or homeschooling, or if they are kids that are on a little bit of a broken up schedule where some days they're at home but some days they're at school, I am thinking of you all right now. So I've been a homeschooling parent for, like 10 years, maybe closer to 12. And this year, even if you are a parent who has been cyberschooling your kids for years, if you are if you are like me and you use the internet for your curriculum and things like that, our particular cyber school has had such an influx of students this year that they are having trouble getting things to load properly, getting things to load in a timely manner. Yesterday we had servers that just kept randomly shutting down and cutting us out of lessons, and oh man, it was such a mess. So I have been on the struggle bus big time, trying to get videos up, trying to get my creative time in while simultaneously dealing with all of the technology issues that are occurring with my son's school this year. I'm hoping that it ends soon because we've had about a week and a half, which was really hard on my creativity and my channel and keeping up with stuff. So please know if you're looking for a specific video and it doesn't show up exactly when it's supposed to, it's on its way. I'm not going to give up on, I'm not going to not do any of my promised videos or scheduled videos. Everything's just kind of on a little bit of a later deadline than usual because of all the crazy that I am dealing with trying to get my son educated. So if you are like me, I feel you. Big time feel you. Because, wow. You kind of would think the schools would have been ready for some of the stuff that's going on now, the influx of students, virtual learning, and, all that kind of stuff. And my cyber school, the one that my son and that I use for my son, is not at all ready. So, okay, moving on then. You have seen me cut apart some of the cut apart sheets. I have created a whole bunch of strips of paper. I didn't cut into any new sheets of paper. I just used the scraps and the pieces that I've already cut into. This is the second layout I've created with this kit. It is the first one I've shot a video for though. So, and there will be more of this kit coming. I am using it on Start Your Sketch, which is this coming Sunday, and hopefully I won't be late with that one, getting it, and I'll be part of the hop. But if I'm not part of the hop, it's still coming. Don't worry about it. It's coming, I promise. So you can see here that whereas the sketch has this kind of middle piece where you can add journaling to, my photos, which are 4x4 and 4x6, aren't really allowing me that space in the middle. Again, I'm really not worried about it. I think it's totally fine. The photos I'm documenting today are going to actually be a series of photos. So this page, my Stretch Your Sketch page, and maybe at some point there'll be a third or fourth page coming. I'm sure there will be, that will have to do with this. So during the pandemic, as most of you know, my best friend's daughter got married. I've done a whole bunch of her wedding pictures already. They had planned a really large bridal shower for her. I actually helped plan a really large bridal shower for her. And it was all done like a tea party style. So her mom called me and was like, I have all this stuff from her shower. I don't know what we're going to do with it. So we threw a Zoom tea party just recently, just a couple weeks ago. And my sister and I attended, and we bought fascinators, and we had a little photo shoot outside, and it was a really fun day, and I have lots of photos to document it. And so you'll probably be seeing a few of those coming up as well. So now that I have gone ahead and I have all these little strips cut, I'm going to put some tape runner on the back of them and just tuck them all in and around this main pattern paper where I have the photos. I cut everything at different widths. I cut them at different thicknesses, and I'm just going to tuck them in to create the illusion that there's lots and lots of paper layers behind all of this. I really didn't want to completely, mat with all this pattern paper. Pretty much waste it because you won't see it. I usually don't bother with that. It doesn't bother me as a general basis, but when I am working with something like a scrapbooking store kit, and I want to maximize how many layouts I can get out of that kit, which is always my goal with my scrapbooking store kits, is to get as many layouts as I can out of them. I try really hard to conserve a lot of the papers. So off camera, I fussy cut a whole bunch of different flowers and some of the elements from some of the cut apart sheets to create some nice clusters. And now I'm going to work on my title. So my main title is going to be Tea Time. And then I'm going to use some of these little block stickers from October Afternoon, and the block stickers I'm going to write via Zoom. So my full title is going to be Tea Time via Zoom, but that's not all going to be in the thickers that came in the kit. I also want to quickly mention the background cardstock I'm using on this layout. So I ordered some new cardstock that I haven't tried from the Cardstock Warehouse. I've ordered from them, I think 2 or 3 times now. I've been super duper happy with the cardstock I've gotten from them. It's absolutely beautiful. The next thing I'm gonna do with it is hit it with some serious water and see how it reacts and how it does with a little bit of mixed media. But this cardstock I'm using now is it's Speckle Tone cardstock, and the color is starch white, and it's just that perfect off-white to go with Simple Stories collection. So I just wanted to mention that because I have been truly loving how fabulous this cardstock. It has that kind of, Simple Stories collections are not white, and they're ever so slightly off-white. And if you go too cream, you get something that looks really kind of funny when you mix it. And I also don't like Simple Stories collections with white cardstock, but this cardstock here is just a perfect happy medium. So I added my tea time. I'm going to add these little stickers to say via Zoom underneath. And now I'm going to work with these little clusters. So I knew that I didn't want large embellishments for this layout. The sketch itself doesn't really lend itself well to large embellishments. So instead of going for the big sticker sheet in the collection, what I did was was I just pulled, there's a pattern paper that has all these pretty roses on it, and I just fussy cut a bunch of those out, and then I took 2 of the 2x2 cut apart sheets and fussy cut some of the little floral clusters out of that, and that definitely helped me to have clusters that were a good size to enhance my photos, not overwhelm the page, things like that. So I'm just going through here. I have these fussy cut pieces. I'm kind of sure that this is where they're all going to go down, where they're all going to be. I thought about adding a house to the layout because of course we were at home, but I figured I would wait for that for another layout, for another layout. I said that right? I did. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and put these floral pieces and the 2 butterflies down exactly where you see them. But whichever of the clusters I think, or whichever of the flowers that I think is the one that is like the main one, right? The one on top, say that. I'm going to add some foam tape to that one to give this layout a bit of dimension and a bit of something that isn't just completely paper. I felt like some of these clusters needed a little bit more bulk to them, just a little bit. So I'm literally just going to take one sticker and kind of have it go off the edge, cut it, and then add the other part of it here. And then I'm going to start working with some of the wood buttons. I wanted to add those in again, bring in something that's not paper, a little bit of a different texture to the page. If you are looking for the school hop giveaway, it's coming. The winners are coming, I promise. I closed the giveaway, so the giveaway is closed. I just have to go into random.org and get the names of all the winners and get a little video put together. It's coming as fast as I can get it done. So my son we might be able to do it tonight. I'm going to attempt to do it tonight. We were up doing school last night till almost 10 o'clock at night. So hopefully the rest of today runs smoothly. And this evening I can go ahead and get that together for you. It's like the next thing on my to-do list. So this is going to take me a little bit to get these buttons down. And I'll tell you why. Because wooden buttons and me, I don't like the big, huge pop dot foam that's on the back of them. And so I feel the need to totally, completely, and utterly pick it off. And so sometimes the foam behind the wood buttons picks off really easily, right? But sometimes it wants to come off in these little strips, and you got to sit there and work at it with your finger, and it's insane. So, but you can see where I decided to place all of these wood buttons, and I'm using some Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to kind of get the buttons on, and that's pretty much gonna complete this layout. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you'll give this sketch a try. I really like this one. It really was inspiring and fun to me. And I will see you all again as soon as I possibly can. Bye.